Please be joined now by Jody Shelly, one of the members calling tonight's game out west for one of the prime games. Jody, nice to see you as always.
Great to see you, Wally. I only get to see you a couple times a year, but we used to be in the same circle in out east, which was
Yes.
nice.
It's always weird. It's amazing that I've continued to see you now over 30 years, I think. Anyway, let's nobody cares about our friendship. Let's get to the game tonight, which is a big game as Ottawa is in LA trying to sweep California. You were at the morning skates. I'll ask you about Brady Tkachuk in a bit, but what are you seeing from Ottawa here in the morning skate with no now Thomas Chabot out after suffering an injury against San Jose and Ridley Gregg missing another game as well?
Yeah, those are big injuries.
Yeah.
This team works fast. They worked hard at morning skate. They are, the bar is high, and you can tell they enjoy being around each other. Was my takeaway from the Ottawa Senators.
Yeah.
When you look at how hard they practice in a morning skate, it's impressive. And I love the additions. I love Eller on the wing. He seems to be getting more time there. It's good for him. He's older. He's doing a great job. And Perron. I mean, those are two key pieces to this locker room and kind of, the ins and outs of winning and losing and what comes with that and what's said and how hard you work the next day and, how much you get out of a short practice. So I love their group. I mean, I've liked this team even when they were a little bit off the track there earlier when I saw you guys.
Yeah.
They have a makeup which I like, and I think they the key is they understand what they are and how they have to play every night, and that's an advantage right now.
Jody, it's funny you mention just the way that they practice because people don't understand when you bring it up and you see it all the time. But the way that they practice is a hard, quick session, if you will, but they don't screw around. It's really it's interesting to watch Travis Green run a practice.
Yeah, he's got their full attention. They've
Yeah.
got full buy-in in the games and in practice and in the schedule. Everything that goes into being on a team and having the coach be the conductor, but then the leaders carry the message and they're sharp. They've got enough skill on this team that the practices are actually fun to watch because the power play had the penalty kill running around, and there was a couple chances for Stützle on the power play where usually in practice, you watch some other teams, the penalty kill deflects the puck and, it gets shut down. There's an urgency to work hard that I think helps the power play too. A lot of teams, if you watch around the league, you see a dip on the power play because that hard work is kind of put in the back pocket instead of like the forefront of what they're trying to do. And it seems like that's in everything they do as this team is hard and sharp, like you said.
LA and Ottawa played to a 1-0 game last week in Ottawa. LA has scored, I think, one goal in three of the last four games. Ottawa allows the fewest shots in the league. Are you prepared for the one
Yes,
goal game?
absolutely. And hopefully when you are prepared for the one goal game, which there's been a lot around the National Hockey League here recently, you get a 6-5 end to end, knockdown drag out
So
matchup.
true.
But it's two teams that play very similar. And there's no room when you do have the puck to try to make plays, and there's when you turn it over and get it back from the opposition. When you're in the defensive zone and you get it back from them, you're immediately rushing to get to offense. And it's a game of who's going to leave a little bit of a crack open at some point so that someone can get an opportunity.
I mean, Ottawa really does play a tough defensive game. Um, but some people say it's not boring, others do. Do you find the way that they play defensively entertaining?
I don't know if I find it entertaining.
But it gets the results.
It gets the results, and the entertainment comes in different areas when you have a team like that.
Yeah.
Now you've got what's his name, Hodgson out there throwing his weight around. You've got highly skilled players like Sanderson, the speed, the you have to appreciate the skill even on defensive plays, the reads. I mean, I don't know. This isn't the 1980s, and you know what? It's not New Jersey Devil hockey. Where it's kind of that trap game. There is room to move and be physical. So I'm entertained. I think I would answer it that way, but it gets the results. I mean, every team wants to play this way, and teams that don't have success either don't have the save, or they find a way to make the wrong play at the wrong time and feed the opposition. And that's what teams are waiting for that can play the structure. Is they play patient and they create cracks if they can. And if they can't, they wait for one to open up and they take advantage.
Quickly, we'll get to Brady. The Sens are 10-4-4 without Brady, and one of the reasons is the way that Tim Stützle, I guess, has elevated his game even more. Would you consider him a superstar in the league yet?
I don't think a superstar. I think he is a star.
Yeah,
I don't think there's. I mean, a superstar to me, Connor McDavid is a superstar. You know,
fair. Yeah,
Stützle is at that next level of stardom. He's definitely stepped up his game. This whole team game they're playing is to hold down their fort with Greg and Tkachuk out has been impressive. And I watched Tkachuk this morning at morning skate. He took about, I don't know, I watched him for 30 seconds. He probably took about 20 faceoffs hard on one side
really.
at the center dot. I don't know who he was going against. Then he took 20 more on the other side. He is over ready to play, I think. I think you're gonna see him. This might be his last game out. That's just watching practice. Now I know the doctors have the final say,
Yeah.
or they would, I guess, I would assume. But I mean, just watching that man in practice this morning, he looks like he's ready to play tonight.
Wow. That's interesting because people thought maybe mid-December, possibly early December. They still got 4 games on this trip: Dallas, Vegas, St.
Yeah,
Louis
and
has
who
been
knows? I don't have
wandering.
the information of the
Yeah,
doctors, but or nor should I. But it just when you're watching pregame skate, you notice things and guys that are look really good.
well, yeah, I trust you because you would know, like you've been around and seen enough of that stuff. That Brady, and you know Brady wants to get back as soon as he can. Like he's already missing. This is his 19th game tonight. That's a lot of hockey
Yeah,
for Brady to sit out. So,
and you're
so
going to
we'll
get
look
him
for.
back. It's
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah, yeah. I like
This
people try
team's
to
in a great
complain.
position and playing
Yes.
good team hockey without him, and that's just so exciting for the fan base, the team, everybody that follows us, the league. That's it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, like if Ottawa wins tonight and Detroit and Tampa happen to lose, Ottawa sits in first place in the Atlantic Division, and they've done it with 18 games without Brady Tkachuk or 19. Like that's
I think they're going to be a team that comes out of the East. They're my pick
well,
to come out of the East. I've been bullish on the way they've played, and those old thoughts of Ottawa and how they played and what here we go again. Those are gone. There's none of that around this team at all. They are enthusiastic, purposeful, driven, understanding. Like they've got a lot of great characteristics within that locker room that you can tell. They appear to be very coachable. Travis Green is not an easy guy at times. He demands, and it
he
looks
is
like they
not.
react, and that's all positives for me.
All right, I know you've had your production meetings. I don't know if you want to give anything away. Is there anything you're focusing on tonight as you watch this game or
I'm going to
all
watch
this game?
face-offs. This face-off matchup's pretty good. You got Kopitar, Byfield, Deneau for the LA Kings. You got Claude Giroux, who's doing such a great job on the right side. Every one of those players is doing a great job on the dot when they jump in. Eller, um, they run interesting face-off plays. There's a lot of options within face-offs. It's one of the areas you can look in a broadcast and try to set it up. So I'm going to watch that tonight just to see what's going on. Claude Giroux is interesting to me. He's like a bull on the dot. And him against Kopitar, I don't think he's going to be able to drive his head into his belly like he does with a lot of guys. But I think against Byfield, he might be able to do that a little better. But there's a lot of strategy and a lot of effort into the faceoffs. It's an important thing, and I just kind of want to see with all the skill after the draw is won, what kind of where they can generate some offense.
And it was noticeable in San Jose at the end of the game, right? Claude's on the ice. At one point, they had Claude, Lars Eller, and Claude Shane Pinto all on just in case they needed to take draws. Like
It's
you could,
it's so important, and they're all so good at it, and they feed off each other. And yeah, Giroux's been doing it for a long time, but it seems like he's really using his skates and his legs and his inner edges to get inside and help get his wingers to help. His wingers do a tremendous job of helping him. And in that face off in the last sequence there, I think it was just one draw with was it 20 seconds left or something like that. His wingers get in there and help right away. They want to get to offense quick, and it's I think that's a interesting dynamic to watch tonight. Obviously, Jake Sanderson, the way he moves, I think he's getting better. The way he moves out there, he's got who knows where his ceiling is, but he wants to be better. He's going to be an Olympian. Um, and then of course, I love the LA Kings and kind of they're passing the torch away from Kopitar. So see how he impacts the game here at home tonight.
I love your broadcast, and I always have. And I'm just curious with Shane Knighty on the call as well as John Forsland with you tonight. Did you ever feel the need perhaps to try to match 90s suits that he used to wear?
No. The guy lives in Vegas now. He's got some fancy shop down there that's got all this edgy, cool stuff. So I'm not. No, I'm good. I get my stuff from Calgary, Alberta.
I just see you. Here's the tie. I'm good. We're going.
Yeah,
If
we're good.
if you went on, like, Ottawa's currently on the longest road trip of the season in the NHL, only tied with one other team, 7 games. If you had to do a 7 game trip as a player, how many suits are you packing?
Well, now with this dress code, I bet you there's some guys that would just pack a pair of Lululemon pants, 2 t-shirts, a couple pair of underwear, and a toothbrush, and that'd be it. I would so back in the day with the suits, I'd probably bring 3 suits. I like to overpack. I don't know why. I wish I didn't, but I'm an overpacker.
I,
Um, and to
I
wear
was
a
like that
suit
early on.
just to wear a suit to the bus, to the rink, and take it off, and then to the bus, to the plane, to the hotel after. So yeah, I overpack. But now for a 7 game now, I think I would bring 3 suits again.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's the multiple ties.
yeah, just switch the ties and
Yeah,
shirts.
always. Jody, I appreciate your time. Nice to see you as always. Have a great show tonight. We're looking forward to watching on Prime the Sens taking on the Kings out west.
Thanks for having me on, Wally. I appreciate it anytime, and it's great to see you.
Always.